My name is Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here with another review for Avengers Assemble. And this is episode 6, and it's titled Super Adaptoid. In this episode, Justin Hammer, who is a rival of Tony's, he invents this high-tech, mimic-powered Super Adaptoid to take out the Avengers. And when they're fighting it the first time, they're like beating it easily. But then it comes after them, and they find out it had learned from them in that same fight. And they're getting their butts handed to them. But it's actually Captain America, which Hammer had underestimated, that defeats the Super Adaptoid. And at the end of the episode, there's another short segment with the Red Skull about his cabal, saying that Hammer is out, but his Super Adaptoid can be in. And also this first introduces the Super Adaptoid, which made its first appearance in Tales of Suspense, issue 82, back in October of 1996 as just the Adaptoid. As the Super Adaptoid, it's made his first appearance in Tales of Suspense, issue 84, in December of the very same year. What I liked about this episode of the Super Adaptoid, I've never heard of it comic-wise, so it reminded me of Amazo, how it mimics the abilities and is a robot also. And another thing I thought was kind of funny was when there's that conversation between Tony and Cap about technology, and Cap's doing all the sarcasm about all this stuff, and he brings up the coffee. How you make this water into coffee? It's like a miracle. So I thought that was pretty funny. It's been like a couple episodes since there was something that kind of made me chuckle. But like I've said before, it's mixing up the action and putting a little bit of humor in that, in the good way, not too much, not Ultimate Spider-Man humor. But I would have to say this show, it was a decent episode. The show is becoming decent, to say at the least. It's better than Avengers United We Stand, which, if you say, what's that show? Don't even think about looking it up, because it's bad. It's bad. I said bad. But it's not as good as Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which also someone had commented in my last video saying that oh, Marvel admitted they lied about the show being a continuation of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Well, I never heard the official word, and it's their fault because they said multiple times, continuation, 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 which the continuation really wasn't putting up my excitement for the show. Man, action was what made me want to go. But like I've said, the show is becoming decent. And I hope they continue that mixture of action and humor. And also, there was some pretty cool action sequences, which you never really hear people talk about that in cartoons. When it comes to live action shows, yeah, people talk about that. And in live action movies. But you never see people talk about it in the cartoons. But I want to know your opinions on this episode. What you like, what you dislike. And also, I want to ask this again. What stories would you like to see in the show? It could be something you heard in the past. It could be something you heard about, like, it could be something from the comics that you heard about, not necessarily read it. I've said I wanted Secret War because it's a very interesting story, and it's always a story I've wanted to read. because it just piques my interest quite a bit. But also, for those of you who are into comics, you can check out the podcast known as Comic Nation Live, which you can check that out on Fridays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you can check that out and more news and reviews on movies, video games, comic books, and more at bkbn.net, and celebrate your nerd in a big way. I'm Jimmy. Until next time, bye. How you make this water into coffee? It's like a miracle.